You don't need more than the belt. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't one of your kids.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
treat
need
you.
more than the belt. I ain't one of your kids.
Treat you like one.
Yeah, all right, we gonna see.
All right, we definitely gonna see.
This is the first guy that I feel like it really beat me. Even I got stopped in 2 times prior before. So it was things, you know.
That being said, if you're a pressure fighter and you can't make the adjustments, you're not going to beat Terence. You understand me? And that's what I basically was saying.
Before stepping into the ring with Terence Crawford, many fighters brought with them momentum, confidence, and even championship belts. But things often changed dramatically once the fight was over. Facing Crawford didn't just mean a loss. For many, it marked the turning point where their careers slowed down or even declined. His victories weren't only about beating opponents. They reshaped their future in the sport. A fight that analysts often highlight as a milestone in Crawford's rise was his clash with Ray Beltran on November 29, 2014. At that stage, Crawford was still a hungry young contender, determined to make his mark and prove his greatness. While his dominance was widely recognized, critics pointed out that his resume lacked big-name opponents, leaving doubt about whether he was truly ready to compete at the very highest level.
Burns, the very man that Crawford would win the title from right after that, Beltran fought Burns to a standstill and then some in that 2013 match. In fact, he broke Burns' jaw early in the fight and had Burns down in the 8th round and appeared to literally everyone to have won the fight. However, the judges scored it a split draw, and Ray Beltran left that ring a devastated man. But now, Beltran gets another chance at a world title, and this time, the veteran hopes he makes the most of it. There's several things about this fight that are very intriguing. One, the fact that Terence Crawford has built such a loyal hometown crowd in Omaha, Nebraska, not exactly known as a hotbed of boxing, but Crawford is a hometown native, and those fans have really come out to support him and certainly will for this fight as well.
After his bout with Terence Crawford, Ray Beltran confessed that he had entered the ring in the best condition of his career, yet it still wasn't enough. He openly praised Crawford's talent and resilience, admitting that Crawford was the first man to defeat him in such a clear and decisive fashion. Despite Beltran's preparation and self-belief, he was unable to match Crawford's quickness, precision, and command of the ring. That night, Beltran recognized that Crawford wasn't just a good fighter. He was a rare talent capable of controlling and dominating any opponent.
I feel like it really beat me. Even I got stopped in 2 times prior before. But it was things, you know, before, like, you know, some fights that, and I fight, we're ready on that. Tonight I was in great shape. I was in great shape, the best shape of my life. And he beat me good. He beat me good. I mean, he's the first that I really say he beat me, you know, not seasonal, you know. I dedicate this fight for the 43 students that got executed in Mexico by the Mexican government.
On July 23, 2016, Terence Crawford faced off against the undefeated Victor Postol in Las Vegas, a matchup loaded with pressure and expectation. At that stage of his career, Crawford had shown flashes of brilliance, but skeptics argued he hadn't yet been tested against a truly elite opponent. Postol was seen as that test. Fresh off a commanding knockout victory over Lucas Mathis, Postol entered the ring as a top-ranked super lightweight, an unbeaten world champion with a sharp jab, impressive reach, and a disciplined, technical approach that had troubled many before him. Heading into the fight, analysts and fans voiced doubts. They questioned whether Crawford could handle Postol's size, length, and tactical precision, and some even predicted that this would be the moment Crawford's limits were finally exposed.
And be at the fight Saturday night, Crawford and Postol?
Of course I will be.
How do you see that fight playing out?
I think it's a very tough fight. You know, I think Postol is a difficult guy to deal with, but I think that Crawford, I don't think we've seen the best of Crawford yet. So I think that he's going to show some things that night that I don't know if Postol is going to be able to handle.
The stage couldn't have been bigger, and expectations weighed heavily on both men. Crawford had already proven himself at lightweight by unifying titles, but many viewed Victor Postol as a real test of his ability at super lightweight. The stakes were obvious. A poor performance here would fuel the critics who claimed Crawford's rise was exaggerated. Postol entered the contest full of belief, confidently declaring that he was a superior boxer and predicting he would dictate the fight. But once the opening bell sounded, Crawford completely altered the narrative. Fighting with intelligence and versatility, he switched to southpaw, nullified Postol's jab, and took command with precise counters and relentless movement.
I'm ready.
What do you think? Is this a case where you feel like your opponent, Victor Postal, he doesn't do anything better than you? He's not better in any area than you are as a fighter?
I don't look at any fighter as they better than me in anything. So I just got the confidence that I'm going to go in there and do what I got to do to get the job done.
Have you taken a hard look at him, or do you not do that before fighting a guy?
I don't look at too much video, being that styles is different.
What do you think about his length? How is it in there when you're in the ring dealing with a long guy? Can that make it uncomfortable in there?
It can, but at the same time, this is nothing that I haven't been up against before. So I'm just ready.
He's supposed to have a very good jab, he's shown in all his fights, but will he not be able to jab like he normally does because you are such a good counterpuncher?
I got a good jab too.
Crawford's display stunned the doubters. He didn't simply defeat Postal. He broke him down with a calculated, methodical approach. In the 5th round, Crawford dropped Postal twice, stripping away his confidence and rhythm. From that point on, Postal had no answers. When the final bell rang, the scorecards told the story, a dominant, one-sided unanimous decision in Crawford's favor.
When you left this fight, now you've got him. Talk to me about the feeling of knowing that the game plan worked.
Oh, it feels good. It feels good to follow the instructions of your coaches and put all the hard work in the gym and in his training camp, and it all showed today.
Now, no matter what happens in a fight, every fighter will tell you they can learn something from every night in that ring. What did you learn tonight facing Victor Postal?
When I'm myself, I can't be touched.
After the bout, even the highly respected trainer Freddie Roach, who had worked in Postal's corner, acknowledged Crawford's brilliance. Roach praised his skill set and calmness under pressure, going as far as to label Crawford one of the finest pound-for-pound boxers in the world.
Right here. At about what round did you sense the fight was seriously in jeopardy of your guy winning, and did you at any point tell him at any round that we need a knockout or else we're not going to win this fight?
Well, after the 4th round, things started going the other way, and then by the time we're in about the 8th or 9th round, I told him that we do need a knockout to win the fight, and we, in the last 2 rounds, I urged him on, and he fought as hard as he could, and he did try, and I love that he tried to win the fight, but it was just too much. The speed, we just couldn't keep up with him.
Since there's a lot of talk about the possibility of Terence fighting Manny in the fall, based on what you saw tonight, does it make you any more confident to make it think it's a tougher fight based on how he fought, because he didn't really move as much in other fights?
I'd have to have time to think about that, because Manny's in retirement right now and he's with the Senate. But I'm not sure what's next for Manny yet. We're still working on that, and we'll see. I don't know.
On February 27th, 2016, ahead of his showdown with Terence Crawford, Hank Lundy was loud and confident during the build-up. At press events, he accused Crawford of putting on a facade for the fans, insisting that Crawford had never truly been tested. Lundy declared that the spotlight would overwhelm him, vowing to expose Crawford and make him appear small on the big stage.
And listen, we see, I take nothing away from him, man. He did, every fight he was in, he did what he was supposed to do, but this is a different step up. You got a pit bull in here with you, man. A guy, when he latch on to you, he not letting go. And I'm one of them rugged Philadelphia fighters, man. I'm coming for broke. At the end of the day, it ain't no pot of gold, sitting there waiting for me. I ain't no big time promoter, I'm coming from the grounds, man. Nothing was given from me. I made it to the top by fighting my ass off. Nothing was given. Most of these guys got the silver spoon in their mouth. It was none of that when Hank Lundy made it to the top by fighting his ass off. And come February 27th, that's what I'm gonna do. Go in there, put my heart on the line, and fight my ass off.
So February 27th, we're gonna see a hardcore Luke Collar Philadelphia fighters.
Y'all already know what it is, man. That's what's going down.
Terence never fought a guy like you. You can switch just like he can. So if he switches southpaw or he switches orthodox, you can switch with him. Do you plan on just disarming him, the ring?
Man, listen, I got the tools, man. Listen. He ain't fought nobody like me, man. And you best to believe they nervous. Team Crawford is nervous. I'm gonna tell you like this. If it wasn't for that old Al Heyman top rank situation, they'd have been got around me like they've been doing. They don't want to fight a guy like me. You can look at it. All the guys I fought, they fought. They don't want to fight a guy like me for real. They still shaking. If you seen on the list, what I was the 4th guy, they didn't really want to fight me. But now it's here. You gotta fight. You gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with the realness now. It's time to stop faking in front of the fans. It's showtime now, baby.
All right, so what's your prediction for fight night?
Oh, listen, I'm going in there and I'm going to go get the knockout. No more to say.
The heated trash talk added fuel to the fire, turning the matchup into something far more personal than just another fight. Crawford, though, stayed calm and composed. Once inside the ropes, he broke Lundy down piece by piece. While the early rounds were competitive, Crawford's precision and power soon took control. A series of crisp left hands floored Lundy in the 5th round, and moments later the referee stepped in to wave it off.
Oh, it was a fight with the Norme, he texted me in the inbox, oh, you said it did, he being disrespectful. It's something about train a little harder. I said, man, with all that training you telling me to do, tell you check the train, you know what I'm saying? He popped up in the inbox on Facebook, you know what I mean? Oh, man, you should have trained harder, this and that. I said, oh, you telling me to train, man, listen, you need to look at that and tell her to train, you know what I'm saying? You take it to the streets. You don't want none of that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna break your will. I'm gonna beat your ass.
In the end, all the pre-fight talk meant nothing. Crawford silenced Lundy in emphatic fashion. Observers pointed out that Crawford didn't merely win the fight, he humbled his opponent. The performance once again highlighted his composure under pressure and his remarkable ability to adjust and take control when the stakes were highest.
Came out aggressive. Were you expecting that from him?
Yeah, I was expecting it for him. I knew he was going to come out aggressive. I knew he was going to try to be fast and try to box, but I know that ain't his normal style. He liked the wing shots. He liked to come in with his head down and aim for the fences. A couple of times he caught me a little bit grazingly at the beginning of the fight, but I had to adjust to it, and when I adjust to it, I felt way better.
Amir Khan met Terence Crawford in April 2019 in a fight that ended under controversial circumstances. From the opening bell, Crawford was in command, pressuring Khan with sharp counters and relentless offense that left him struggling to find answers. In the 6th round, a body shot strayed low, and after a brief exchange with his corner, Khan chose not to continue. The bout was officially ruled a TKO in Crawford's favor. The outcome divided opinion. Many fans and analysts accused Khan of quitting, while others defended him, arguing the foul was genuine. Regardless of the debate, the overall response leaned toward Crawford, with most praising his dominance, composure, and technical skill throughout the contest.
And he got fights that, and again, I saying this before.
Yeah.
Because it'd be too easy to say it after, and it would be wrong.
Right.
But, he gets fights that other fighters deserve more. And, I get you have to bring a promotional value to it, but that promotional value is overstated.
Well, I think the
promotional
value to me is out the window, because the one big revelation there was, I'm still shocked that watching even replays of it, that he took the first chance he could to get out of there. That low blow, okay, maybe a little bit low, but you've seen people overcome much.
It was low and it was on the side. And listen, we're not in his body.
Fair.
Let's say that. But they do wear protective cups, and you want to have the kids leave the room for a minute. I'll describe how protective cups first were promoted. When they first came out with it, it's iron encased in leather, and it fits around the groin area, obviously. And when they first promoted it, they had a guy wear it.
That wraps up today's breakdown. Make sure to stay tuned for more stories and deep dives into the world of boxing. Until next time.